Shweta, shall we start?
Yes, you can start.
Very good morning, Toastmasters and my dear guests. A warm welcome to everyone to today's Women's Only 16th English meeting of Chennai Tamil Toastmasters. I am Kanya, your surgeon at arms for today. As a surgeon at arms, my responsibility is to share the club mission. So the club mission is we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. As a surgeon at arms, it is also my responsibility to ensure that the meeting starts smoothly and that everyone has comfortable and positive experience. Before we begin, I kindly request everyone to follow these meeting guidelines. Please follow the agenda and allotted time for each role and speaker. Please do not interrupt others during the meeting. Please ensure that your content is respectful and does not make others uncomfortable. Keep your microphone muted when you are not speaking. Please keep your camera on if it is possible. Keep your mobile phone on silent mode until we finish the meeting. Most importantly, let us encourage and appreciate, support every speaker and participant. Toastmaster is a safe and supportive platform where we learn by doing, practice by participating, and grow together. Now, it's my honor and pleasure to introduce today's presiding officer, Toastmaster Shivashankar Nainar Bernard Shah. About his introduction, he is 25 years of software developer and 5+ years of doing Toastmastering from 2020. Centennial Year Area Director of District 120 and G2 area. 2023 Division G Table Topics Contest second winner. His interest are anything and everything under sun and beyond. Jacob. So let us welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Shivashankar Nainar. Over to you, presiding officer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanya, our SAA today. What a wonderful day today. I had this opportunity, or rather, I created this opportunity when I was a 2 days bachelor, when my wife was out. I spent around 600 rupees on something that I always wanted to do. I went and enjoyed Homer's Odyssey in an IMAX theater. What a great experience. I really think each and every one of you should actually give it a try. How many of you know Homer? Heard about him? Raise of hands. Okay, I see one or two. Tamil literature is so very old, right? Like that, Homer comes from a very ancient period of 800 BC or something like that. He sang, just remember this, he didn't write, he sang Odyssey and Iliad. I have been a great fan of Iliad's on-screen version. The name of the film is Troy, Troy, Troy. And I am a big fan of both Odysseus in that film as well as Brad Pitt, who played the Achilles. What a wonderful film it is, right? You should all watch that before if you plan to go and watch Odyssey. And of course, this time it's Christopher Nolan, so you can't really, omit or escape from it. So Wonderful film. I think you should all just definitely go and see. With that message, I'd like to introduce our um, Toastmaster of the day today. Just give me 1 second. I get the introduction. Shweta. Okay, here it is. Thank you for the patience. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shweta, is a leadership trainer and well-being facilitator. She helps people with, you know, uh, life with clarity, navigate life with clarity. She likes reading books. And with that short introduction, I'd like to call Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shweta. Over to you.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, for this lovely introduction. And good morning, everyone. Welcome you once again to the meeting number 16 of Online Women's Chennai Tamil Toastmasters Club. Let's start this with a huge round of applause so that we are geared for the day. Before I move to the theme, let's talk a bit about Toastmasters International. Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization that helps to improve public speaking and leadership skills of its members through a worldwide network of clubs. Founded in 1924 by Ralph C. Smedley, the organization is headquartered in Eaglewood, Colorado, with approximately 270,000 members in more than 14,000 clubs across 150 countries. So with this, for all the guests who are here for first time, I welcome you again. And I would like to begin with a slightly uncomfortable question. What if you don't need to become a better version of yourself? Yes, you heard it right. What if you don't need to become a better version of yourself? And you may wonder that, why am I asking this? Is not all of us are working towards becoming better, becoming something that we haven't been. So what I'm asking may sound wrong, but let me bring you to the theme. The theme is better or just more you. We are constantly being told to improve ourselves, to read more, exercise more, wake up earlier, communicate better, become more productive, build better habits, become more confident, work on yourself, grow, grow, grow. And after, a good number of years, I think most of us have bought into this idea that we all have to become better. I'll give a pause and I'll just want some sharings as what you all are working on yourself for. Maybe what was your goal of joining the club, or what is it that you're working in a different area of your life to become better? Just 1 or 2 sharings. Anyone would like to share? Okay, since I do not see a hand.
This is the time when you repeat the question.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that cue. So the question is, what exactly are we working on ourselves or for ourselves in the last few months? So maybe if you do not, something doesn't click quickly, you can probably think, why did you join Toastmasters? Probably that can also be a reason to be a better.
For improving communication skills.
Excellent. Thank you, G. Another sharing, if I may.
I've been working on improving my membership count of my club. It never happened. We had more than 50 plus people showing their interest on our road campaign, but nothing turned out really fruitful. So I'm still working on it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So that brings us to the point that we do find some or the other reason to keep working on ourselves. Like G mentioned that we are working on the communication, you are working on improving the membership count, and if the strategy didn't work, you want to improve the strategy and see that works. So all of us are kind of working, some on the career, some on our health, some on the confidence, and some also on our relationships. And probably for some of us, we might be working on all of them simultaneously. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with growth, because Toastmasters itself is built around growth. We come here because we want to become better speakers, better communicators, better leaders. We want to learn from each other. We want feedback to become better. And we want to grow. So I'm not here to argue against personal growth. I'm asking a slightly different question. At what point does personal growth stop being growth and start becoming dissatisfaction with ourselves? I'll repeat it again. At what point does personal growth stop being growth and start becoming dissatisfaction with ourselves?
Might be when we don't find a value that we expected.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shanmuga.
So the question is like, I have a personal growth started. I'm working on it. At one point, does the personal growth that I'm working on becomes annoying to myself? That's the question.
Yeah, Shanmugapriya, did you complete your input, or you are
Yeah,
have something?
that's it. When we don't find a value, then when we feel that way.
By
Yeah, we
value,
start
you mean
becoming
result.
dissatisfied. Yeah. We start becoming dissatisfied with ourselves, that even though we are working, we are still not satisfied with what we are. So thank you for adding there. So we often say, I need to work on myself. I need to fix my confidence. I need to become more disciplined. I need to stop procrastinating. I need to manage. I saw a hand raised there. I'm just pausing.
Yeah, it was me.
Yes.
I'm Nitya.
Yes.
I'm running an academy called Cakewalk English for the children. I feel that when we don't have clarity, we feel dissatisfied. Clarity meaning when our vision is not clear. When we keep jumping around, I think we feel that dissatisfaction.
Right. Very, very rightly said that we are looking for something and we are trying things and that is not working out, which is increasing the dissatisfaction in us. Thank you for adding this. So, like I said, we have a need to stop procrastinating, manage emotions, become more successful. I need to heal. There is always, always something. And somewhere along the way, we can quietly start believing that the person we are today is simply a temporary version of the person we are supposed to become. It becomes almost like I will be okay when I become that person. I will be confident enough when I'm successful enough, healthy enough, calm enough, disciplined enough, rich enough, loved enough. And only then I will feel good about myself. So think about it in this way, that because we have put a bar that only if, then we are complete or then we are growing, that condition is putting so much pressure on us. And because of all this, the finishing line keeps on moving. You achieve one thing and immediately find another thing to fix. You lose weight. Now you need better habits. You get promoted, so you need better leadership skills. You become confident, so now you need to become charismatic. You learn to say no, so now you need to become better at boundaries. You become productive, and now you need to optimize your productivity. At some point, even rest becomes another skill we need to master. We don't simply rest. We need to learn how to rest properly. I'm just taking a break because I'm not able to see the timer. So I hope we are on time for this segment. So what if we stop treating ourselves like a project? What happens when we stop asking, what is wrong with me? And start asking, what is already right with me? That is the thought I would like us to carry through today's meeting. And I'm going to come back to it a few times. Because perhaps growth is not always about becoming a better person. Perhaps sometimes it is becoming more yourself. Yes, growth is about becoming more yourself. So before we begin today's meeting, let me reiterate how the Toastmasters meeting is. So in today's meeting, we have a prepared speech, then we have an educational segment, then we have a table topic segment, and then we have the final evaluation segment. So before we begin the first segment, let me call our GE. Our GE is from Puducherry. She is a happy mom of 2 children and a person who loves reading books, networking, and exercising. She has a work experience of 4 years in different fields as a research analyst, teaching, and technical executive. Let's call on the stage our general evaluator, Nitya Saundarya, to introduce her team. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta, for the wonderful introduction. And I'm the general evaluator for today. Wonderful morning, everyone. Are you all feeling refreshed or dull? There is no smile in everyone's face. Only TMOD is smiling. Yes, evaluator is also smiling, and our counter there comes. As Toastmasters, we are all enjoying Toastmaster meeting. Some are in office, some are at home, and as a general evaluator, my responsibility is to note each and every nuances of this meeting, and I need to monitor everything from time to the language used and to the flow of the meeting. There I have 4 members in my team. I have timer, accounter, grammarian, and trivia master. Let me call the timer first because time and tide wait for none, right? Today's timer is Toastmaster Kanita. She is originally from beautiful Tanjavur district, known for...
Excuse me, General Evaluator. Actually, Kanita is not available, so I'm taking care of it. Kanya.
Kanya. So I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Confusion with the name Kanya and Kanita. And Toastmaster Kanya, I request you to give your roles and responsibility. The stage is yours now.
Good morning once again, everyone. And today, as a timer, I will time the table topic speakers and formal speeches and evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left, and using 3 cards: green, yellow, red cards, which is specific time remaining. So for table topics, it will be 1 minute, it will be green card, and 1 minute 30 seconds, it will be yellow card, and 2 minutes, it will be red card. And for the prepared speeches, it will be 5 to 7 minutes, 5 it will be green, and 6 it will be yellow, and 7 it will be red card. And for the evaluations, it will be 2 minutes as green, 2 minutes 30 seconds as yellow, and 3 minutes as red card. And for the education session, it will be 35 to 40 minutes. So 35 green, 38 it's yellow, and 40 it will be red. So after, at the end of the meeting, when general evaluators looking for the timer report, I will provide the the appropriate report. Yeah, over to you, general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kanya, for your wonderful elaborate description about the timer role. And let me introduce Kanya Dhanapal. She is from Tirumangalakotai, from Tanjavur district. She is the first generation graduate in engineering. She is having 13 years of experience in IT field and been working in Qatar for past 7 years. I'm sorry, I'm introducing her after the roles she has described. And let me call the accounter for today. Accounter is Toastmaster Muralidharan. He is from Chennai. He is 24 years old and he is living in Kovilambakam, Chennai. He's a BCA degree graduate. He is having a lot of opportunities and he loves playing badminton, reading books on business, concepts, exploring AI on internet, and these are his hobbies. He is from Guru Nanak College, Velachery. Let me call our counter to describe his roles and responsibilities.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? If audible, can give me a thumbs up for me to motivate me. And I am Toastmaster Muralidharan, and I will be serving as our counter for the today's meeting. Have you ever noticed that when we are thinking, our mouth something starts speaking before our brain finished preparing the sentence? This is where words like actually, so, and other kind of filler words quietly enter into our speech, like thief. My role today is to be your friendly speech detective. I will be listening carefully and nothing these filter words, repetitions, and unnecessary pauses and incomplete sentences used during the sentence. But don't worry, I'm not here to catch mistakes. I'm here to help us become better or just more ourselves by becoming more confident and comfortable speakers. So today, let's try simple. Instead of filling a silence with an or a, let's give ourselves a moment to breathe, think, and speak. At the end of the day, I will present my R-Counter report and share the number of filter words used along with some observations that can help us improve. Let's speak naturally, pause confidently, and make every word count. Thank you, and I will hand it over back to the general evaluator.
That's wonderful, Toastmaster Muralidharan. I think he's having a lot of energy. He's giving the energy to us also. Let us welcome the grammarian for today's meeting. He's a known person to everyone in this meeting, I think, because of his enthusiastic participation in every meeting. He just stands like a show stealer. He has 25 years of experience in software development. Is 5+ years, that is half a decade of experience in Toastmasters, that is since 2020. He is the 2023 Division G TT contest second winner. He's his interests are in anything, everything under the sun and beyond. Jack of all, master of a few, very few things. That's true. And the stage is all yours, Toastmaster Shankar.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Nitya Soundarya. That is how you spin the word in English language. It's just 5 years, and she spin it as like half a decade of experience. That looks great. And that's exactly what I'm going to count as a grammarian today. As a grammarian today, my role is to monitor the proper and creative use of English language throughout the meeting. I will listen for excellent use of vocabulary, striking phrases, and any grammatical slip ups or mispronunciations that I just did. Instead of saying phrases, I said phases without noting the names. I also introduce and track word of the day. The word of the day today is, allow me to open my own examples. The word of the day today is venerable. Venerable. Venerable, which means accorded a great deal of respect, especially because of age, wisdom, and character. I repeat, venerable means accorded a great deal of respect. An example in a sentence would be, we honored the venerable founder for his decades of service. We also have idiom of the day, in the autumn of one's years. In the autumn of one's years. You all know spring means like a new leaf coming out. Like that, autumn basically means towards the end. So in the autumn of one's years basically means later period of a person's life. An example would be, she decided to travel the world in the autumn of her years. I repeat, she decided to travel the world in the autumn of her years. Autumn of one's years. Thank you so much. I repeat the word of the day. Venerable means accorded a great deal of respect. Please use these two in your, whenever an opportunity arises to speak. I encourage everyone, evaluators, guests, speakers, to use this word during the meeting, especially during table topics. At the end of the meeting, I will give a brief report on our grammar and usage of our word of the day and idiom of the day. With that, thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
That's the spirit of half a decade Toastmaster. Thank you, Grammarian Toastmaster Shankar, for this brief introduction about the grammarian role. Let me call the trivia master. She doesn't need any introduction because she is the backbone of every Chennai Tamil Toastmasters meeting. She's working on the back and she's calling everyone, and she is making every meeting wonderful. She is none other than our Toastmaster Kavita Chidambaram. She is a mobile application developer. She is from Arilur district, and her favorite book is Magic of Thinking Big. I'm not having any sorry, because the magic of thinking big is not a surprise for me, because she is thinking big not only for her, she is working on all of our improvements by organizing the meeting every time. And over to you, Toastmaster Kavita.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Nitya, for your warm introduction. Dear Toastmasters and guests, it's my pleasure and honor to serve as trivia master of today's meeting. If speaking is silver, then listening is gold. As listening master, I will be preparing some questions based on today's meeting and I will ask them at the end of the meeting. I request everyone to listen carefully and let's enjoy the meeting. Listen to understand, speak to connect. With that, let me hand over the stage to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Nitya.
Thank you, ma'am, for the short and sweet introduction about Trivia Master. And without any ado, let me give the stage to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shweta.
Thank you, Madam
Good
General
morning.
Evaluator.
Yeah, 1 second. Sorry for the interruption. Just a time check. We are 5 minutes delay in our agenda. Over to you, TMOD. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator and the team for introducing your roles. And moving on to our first segment for prepared speeches, I would like to invite Evaluator Toastmaster Shanmugapriya to introduce the purpose of the speech.
Hello everyone, good morning. This is Shanmugapriya. I am the evaluator for the speaker Amanda Arun Moses, and she will be attempting level 2 project 1 in engaging humor pathway. The main purpose of her project is to begin developing a collection of humor stories and to present the speech that includes humor. So obviously, from the today's speech, I get double dhamaka. So I get to evaluate the speaker and as well as going to enjoy the humor at the same time. And also, I would like to mention that speech time limit is 5 to 7 minutes, and her speech title is "Who approved this upgrade?" Approved this upgrade? Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta, TMOD, and over to you. I will get back with my reports at the end.
Thank you, Evaluator, for introducing the purpose of the speech. And before calling the speaker, let me introduce her. Amanda is a video editor, spoken English tutor, and a YouTuber. She's a dedicated Toastmasters for the last 3 years, a proud member of All Women's and Entrepreneurs Toastmasters Club. Throughout her journey, Toastmasters journey, she has taken several leadership roles like VPPR and also served as Sergeant at Arms at her previous club, Assisi Toastmasters. She's currently serving as Vice President membership of her club. Beyond Toastmasters, Amanda is a passionate songwriter who shares her original songs on a YouTube channel. So let's welcome Amanda. Who approved this upgrade? Who approved this upgrade, Amanda? The stage is all yours.
Quick audio check. Am I audible?
Yes.
Toastmaster Day, fellow Toastmasters, and anyone here who is successfully pretending to have their entire life in control. Good morning. I look at you and I see wisdom. I see maturity. And honestly, I see a lot of people who look like they need a strong cup of coffee. When I was a child, I would look at adults and think, wow, they get to stay up late at night for dinner and no one tells them. Just 1 second. And no one tells them to do homework. Wow, adulthood is going to be ultimate freedom. Well, now I turn 22. Now I turn 22. I have been observing my cousins and older adults. And let me tell you, childhood was a luxury resort and adulthood is a trap. We were completely misinformed. Adults face the same dramatic performance every single morning. You wake up at 6 a.m. not because you want to, but because if you don't, your entire life falls apart. You go to the kitchen and instead of finding a hot cup of tea made by your mom, you stand in the dark looking at a sink full of dishes made from last night, wondering, did I just buy this house to become a full-time servant? Think back to what excited us as kids. Birthday parties, new shoes, getting a 5 rupees to buy a chocolate bar was peak human happiness. Do you know what excites an adult who actually has his life together? An air fryer. I'm not joking. I visited a married cousin of mine last month. Amanda, look, I want to show you something. Oh, you're going to show me your books, your achievements, your trophies? No, come to the kitchen. The kitchen? Yes, look at this. I got it for 20% discount. He was pointing to the air fryer as if it was a sacred object. Max, this is just an air fryer. Hey, don't you dare insult Mary. Did you give the air fryer a name? Of course. Mary is perfect. Look at the sleek body, the smooth curves. She makes crispy samosas in just 12 minutes. Max, when you were a child, you dreamt of sports cars. But now you became an adult and you got emotionally attached to a 20% discount on a kitchen appliance. But do you know what's the worst part of becoming an adult? The realization of who is in charge. When you're a child and something goes wrong, the protocol is simple. You cry, mom fixes it. Fuse blown, dad handles it. Punch a kid. Well, this time no one can help you. But when you're an adult, living in your own house, the electricity goes off. The tap starts leaking at 10 p.m. You naturally start looking around for a responsible adult or a family friend. And then it hits you. You are the adult in charge. That's the scariest realization in human history. You are standing there in the dark, looking at a leaking tap, holding a flashlight, wondering, should I call a plumber or should I move in back with my parents after selling this house? The monsters under the bed haven't gone away. They have just been replaced by home loans, EMI calculators, and kitchen appliance warranties. I had a conversation with my mom. It went like this. Amanda, you're 22 now. When will you start behaving like an adult? Mom, I just saw what adulthood looks like. Home loans, leaking taps, zero oil samosas. So I am extending my child subscription for 5 more years. Please don't cancel it. To every here who is actually surviving their 30s, balancing jobs, home loans, and family drama. I salute you. You are fighting battles I am not ready for. As for me, I am going to go home, ask my mom what's for lunch, and stay 22 as long as I humanly can. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amanda, for such a lovely speech. Let's give her a huge round of applause. And now let's move to our next segment, the educational segment. Let me introduce our speaker for the educational segment. Distinguished Toastmaster Nagarajan has served the nation as an officer in the Indian Air Force for the first 15 years of his career, and also worked as an IT director for a MNC for the next 15 years. Currently, he is fully working as a fitness consultant and a soft skills trainer. He is also the second runner-up in the district humorous speech contest. And in the current term, he's serving as a Division A Director of District 120. Let's welcome distinguished Nagarajan. Be serious to be funny. Be serious to be funny, distinguished Toastmaster Nagarajan. The stage is all yours.
Good morning, friends. Am I audible? Thank you. I hope I am visible too. Thank you very much. I am really honored to speak in a Tamil club in front of people who are bilingual, who can understand both Tamil and English. And I am happy to see some of the repeated attendees like Shankar, Kavita, and area director Uma Nataraj, and many other. I could see that. Thank you very much. Timer, I may not be when I'm going to share a screen. I may not be able to see your time code. However, I have my own timer, so don't worry. If you want, you can give one noise. Just say hello when you say show green code, so that because of your sound, the screen may appear to me. And even if it doesn't appear, don't worry. However, I expect my card to be shown as at 25, 30, and 35. 35 to 40, we will plan to have a question and answer session. I am a very famous speaker for getting time disqualified. Okay, I learned it the hard way. 4 years before I joined Toastmasters, I was invited as a guest speaker. Because I was from Air Force, they called me to give one speech, motivational speech on patriotism, because that was 26th January, Republic Day, and it was audience were school students, 11th and 12th, boys, girls, and many staffs were there. Along with me, Major Raghavendran, my friend from Army, he also accompanied. We both were given 20 minutes each. Raghavendran spoke for 20 minutes, got applause, and sat down. Then I started speaking, but people started responding with laughter, nodding, and responses. I got carried away, forgot about the time. 20 became 30, 30 became 40, and 42 and up, I stopped talking. In spite of that, people gave me standing ovation. I was very happy, and as we returned, I and Major Raghavendran discussing about our speeches. And I asked him, how was my speech? He said, forget about your speech. Your time management was lousy. I said, yeah, I agree. But people gave me standing ovation. He said, they gave standing ovation not because you spoke well, because you stopped talking. That is when I realized that I should be careful about my timing. But still, in recent area contest, I got termed as disqualified. So I am sustaining my record. Therefore, timer, please don't worry about showing time, and don't worry even if I exceed time also. We will have question answers because the time gets carried away once the question answer session keeps getting extended. I am happy to keep answering questions. Well, we are going to conduct a session. I conduct courses for public speaking, both for children as well as adults. And I conduct two type of courses in public speaking. One is standard level and another one is advanced level. Advanced level includes in-person training as well, because as far as delivery is concerned, I think you should be directed like a film director, as if I am directing an actor. So I bring students at my home and train them also. And humor is one of the parts. I am going to share one of my course syllabus. As far as humor is concerned, it's a little longer deck. I may not be able to share the deck with you, but you can make a note of it whenever I'm showing. And the number of slides are too much. So I may have to rush. You can, if you want, you can make a fast note down. And if you follow this, whether you win humorous speech or not, it will be useful in your normal speaking. Because a humorous speaker is recognized as a venerable speaker after every speech. And if you keep speaking like this, you will thank yourself in the autumn of your years. I am very sure. Because humor is part of the speech, irrespective of the nature of your speech. Whether you give humorous speech or emotional speech, try to include humor in the beginning part of your even emotional speech for sure. Audience will stay connected. Very quickly, I will share my screen with you. Please be patient. I hope you can see my screen. Please confirm.
Yes.
Okay, see, I may not be able to see any one of you except whoever is making some sound, because my screen is filled with the shared document. Why humor? As I said, if you include in every speech, if you include humor in every speech, you will be respected as a venerable speaker for sure. Therefore, learn to add humor in any speech. Now, how many of you are likely to take part in contest, humor speech contest? Can you please raise your hand? Okay, many screens or video is off. Anyway, please, I encourage all of you to keep your video on so that it will be interactive, and I'll also like to watch your responses.
We are raising our hands. Probably you have to alt tab to see
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hands. Yeah.
Okay, I recommend all of you to take part in a contest for sure. Contest is the best source of learning. You have a lot of sources as far as Toastmasters is concerned. Every role, every speech, every occasion, every event, everything is a source of learning. And contest, taking part in the contest is the biggest source of learning. Therefore, I strongly emphasize in taking part in contest. Don't think whether you win or lose. Losing or winning is immaterial. Amusing the audience is your primary objective. After you delivered your speech, during the break time, at least 10% of the audience should come and appreciate you, shake hands with you. That was wonderful. I liked it, something like that. You may win or you may not win because of judging criteria or some other aspects. Therefore, try to amuse the audience. That should be your primary goal. I don't say that you don't win the contest. Of course, if you win the contest, you will be called as a district humorous speech champion. That is a good honor if you win the first prize. Even if you win second or third prize, you will be called to conduct education session. Don't worry, right? So therefore, aim to amuse the audience first. and then aim to win the trophy. Difference between ISC and HSC, humorous speech contest. In both contests, you have to tell one story, whether it is ISC or HSC. The difference is in ISC, conflict and resolution will be there, problem and solution. Solution is the hero in ISC, but in humor, problem is the hero. If there is no conflict, there is no humor. You should suffer, you should struggle, you should be frustrated. If you walk like a king, nobody appreciates you. But while walking like a king, if you fall down, everybody laughs. So you should come across some trouble or failure to make others laugh. What makes a speech humorous? Is it jokes, punchlines, funny stories, funny delivery? None of this. It is a story designed to create laughter. You must have a story. Don't add humor. Build it. Don't add humor. Build it. Find a real story. Don't invent. Remember. Don't bring artificial cosmetic story. Remember, humor grows best from reality. Ask what happened in your life. Examples: missed flight, burnt the dosa, first speech messed up, driving lesson, wedding, hospital visit, shopping, family vacation, children, pets. These are all examples for sources of humor. Look for the conflict. As I said, there is no story, humorous story without conflict. Ask what went wrong. For example, I forgot my wallet, or I boarded in the wrong train. So this is the conflict. How do you face that or try to solve that? That is the process of humor. Select a universal theme, not particular to your domain or region. Once I happened to be CJ for one area contest. I saw one person who spoke about his company. He has won first prize at club level, but in area level, he didn't win even third prize because his speech was his domain related, his corporate, his team lead, his manager, his HR. So other people could not connect with that. Select universal theme. With that theme, if you deliver a humorous speech, even in China, people should be able to laugh. That is the universal theme. So start with a story. First, context: who, where, when. Set up the context. Then what went wrong. Then exaggerate. Create an expectation. Give the unexpected. Repeat, escalate, and blast at the peak. This is the simple funda for a humorous speech contest. Where do we find stories? Many people ask me this: where to get humor? As I said, don't look for jokes. Find the reality. For example, supermarket, barber, dentist, airport, school, hospital, home, traffic, cafe, WhatsApp. Last district champion used WhatsApp. It was fully hilarious. So theme is just WhatsApp, but he used it. So likewise, you have many sources. These are all just example. Supermarket, barber, dentist, airport, all these things. So you can take something from here. Ordinary life is full of extraordinary material. So look for humor from your life itself. There are 6 devices of humor. Before that, first thing is you have to observe. See, this is the hierarchy. Watch carefully. First thing, observe your life. Even today, something might have happened. You can take one event from your life that impacted your mind or heart, that irritated you, with which you struggled, you suffered. You can take that one. If you suffer, you will suffer. But when you tell you are suffering to somebody, they will laugh at you because of your stupidity. So select an event after observation, then create a story. The event should be natural, a real one, not cosmetic one stolen from WhatsApp or Facebook. It should be from your real life. Select that event, then create a story with the build up. Front and back, you can add cosmetic things. Then escalate. Artificially, you can escalate the troubles. And then use techniques. I will tell about the techniques after this. Apply the techniques. See, first you have to create a story, escalate. Now write the script here after escalation. In the story itself, you have to write a script and escalate this story. Once the script is ready, now apply the techniques. I'll tell you what are all the techniques now. And afterwards, there is a callback. Callback means mention something in the beginning of the story and before ending, recall that. And that will be the highlight of your humor. And finally, a message. It is not necessary that you have to preach with your message. That message should be hilarious. Formally, it should sound like you are giving a message, but eventually, you are making the people to laugh out of your message. Now, I'll tell you about the 6 humor devices. Very quickly, you can make a note of it. I'm going to run fast. Number 1 is hyperbole. It is spelled as hyperbole, but it should be spelled as hyperbole. Hyperbole. Then incongruity. Irony. It is not irony, it is irony. Then pun, pun. Then self-deprecation. Then anticlimax. There are many devices, but these are all the 6 rhetorical devices I am going to show you how to apply in your humor. These are all examples. I'll give you some examples also. You can make your script enhanced with this type of devices. Number 1 is hyperbole. Hyperbole. Hyperbole is a humor through exaggeration. Stretch the reality without breaking believability. A simple definition. Hyperbole is believable exaggeration wrapped in unbelievable language. When someone says, I am starving to death, you might have heard in Tamil also, Pasi uire podu. You heard like this, right? But you never call ambulance because he is saying like that. But this is the exaggeration. This is hyperbole. We understand the exaggeration. Reality is often too small to express strong emotions. You are very hungry. If you say, I'm very hungry, that may not be sufficient enough to express the strong emotion. That is why you are saying, I am starving to death. So, hyperbole enlarges reality so the audience can feel the emotion. Formula is reality, exaggeration, recognition, humor. Everyday hyperbole, I have told you million times. You heard in Tamil also. If you count, it may be 6 or 7 times. But we exaggerate it by saying that I told you 1,000 times. This bag weighs ton. 10 is 100 kilo. You cannot lift it. But you say that. I am so hungry, I could eat a horse. Nobody believes them literally, but everyone understands emotionally. So, recommendation for humor: observe the reality, find the truth, stretch the truth, and deliver it with a pass. Next one is incongruity. Almost every winning humorous speech, stand up comedy, advertisement, and meme contains some form of incongruity. Humor begins when expectation ends. Encounter is a humor created when two things that normally do not belong together are unexpectedly combined. So watch carefully. two things, two opposite things are combined in one sentence to create humor. Humor happens when reality violates the expectation in a harmless way. Formula: expectation, surprise, recognition, laughter. Humor weakens if you remove any one of these. I finally bought a book on procrastination. I will read it tomorrow. I am reading a book on anti gravity. I can't put it down. I told this I told this first one I finally to one 11 years old boy in Singapore during a class. I told this I finally bought a book on procrastination. And then when I said I will read it tomorrow, he started laughing like anything. He could understand the humor immediately. So this is incongruity. Step one: state something normal, lead the audience in one direction, end in unexpected direction. That's all. Humor is not about being funny. It is about surprising the audience in a way that it still makes perfect sense. Irony. It makes people smile first and think later. Irony is when reality does the opposite of what it seems. Example: a fire engine catches fire. We laugh, assuming no one is hurt. Why? Expectation completely reversed. A fire engine catches fire. In Tamil also we heard Vadyar Pulla Bakku, Police Karan Pulla Tirida. So these are all irony. You can use it appropriately. Create expectation, give opposite reality, recognize, and humor will be there. Verbal irony. A friend arrives in 1 hour late. You say right on time. This happened really. This last class, last Saturday, I had in-person session for the advanced level speakers to give directions on delivery. All the students were inside. One person came 20 minutes late. The moment he entered, I said, "You are on time." Everybody laughed because indirectly I pointed out that he was late. But I didn't hurt him. But it was considered as a humor. Verbal irony is not necessarily sarcasm. If I had hurt him, that would have become sarcasm. Sarcasm usually intends to hurt. Irony often intends to amuse. Example: friend drops a spoon. You smile. You are the best cook. Gentle, funny, people will laugh. But if you say, if you can't even hold a spoon, same idea, but intention is different, he will be hurt. That is called sarcasm. Reality behaves opposite to expectation. A traffic policeman gets fined for speeding. The meeting about time management started 30 minutes late. These are all irony. Parents tell children, don't talk to strangers. Then, first day of school, go make new friends. This happens. This is irony. Pun. Pun is a sign of linguistic creativity. When one word does double duty, we call it word play. I wanted to tell you a joke about this pencil and then give a pass, but there is no point. I wanted to tell you a joke about this pencil, give a pass, and say, but there is no point. It is a word play. You played with the language. Why did you laugh? Because point has two meanings. The tip of the pencil, the purpose. That is fun. Formula: meaning one, unexpected meaning two. Recognition, laughter. A bicycle can't stand on its own because it is too tired. People hear it is at too, T-O-O, tired, but it has another meaning, too tired. Like this, there are many words. Right. You can say left or right, or you are right. Similarly, left. Whatever is left, or the direction left. Similarly, current, pitch, fine, charge, spring, point, watch. These type of words are sources for pun. Pun reminds us that language is not just a tool for communication, It can also be a playground for creativity. Self-deprecation. You heard in the beginning itself. I gave one humor with self-deprecation. I spoke for 42 minutes. My friend said, "You got standing ovation not because you spoke well, because you stopped talking." That is self deprecation. I made the people laugh. So, if you are not sure of whom to make fun of, make fun of yourself. Self deprecation does something magical. It makes the audience think he is one of us. That is why many Toastmasters world champions frequently use it. Formula: reveal, exaggerate, laugh, connect. I was so confident of my first speech that my knees vibrated like a mobile phone in silent mode. This is one example for self deprecation. The secret: the self deprecation is not about lowering yourself. Be careful. I had seen some people apply it wrong way. It should not pull down your status. It is about lowering the wall between you and the audience, not lowering yourself. So, what can you joke about? Your forgetfulness, your bad cooking ability, driving, technology, public speaking, parenting mistakes, everyday habits, fitness struggles, fashion, hair, time management. These are all example for sources. Final, last one is anticlimax. Incongruity is the foundation of humor. Irony is contradiction. Hyperbole is exaggeration. Self deprecation is humility. Pun is wordplay. Anticlimax is the art of disappointing the audience on purpose in the funniest possible way. Almost every successful stand up comedian uses anticlimax dozens of times in a performance. If you watch any stand up comedy, many people use this. Anticlimax is a deliberate drop from high expectation to low reality. Hyperbole stretches upward, anticlimax suddenly drops downward. Formula: build, build more, maximum expectation, tiny ending, laughter. Tiny ending means useless, simple, normal ending, but you give a big build up. I traveled across oceans, climbed mountains, crossed deserts, finally reached our kitchen to find the TV remote. This is anticlimax. The effort doesn't match the reward. Bathos, one risk is there. Anticlimax can go in a negative way. I saw one YouTube video where the narrator details about his father's death. It is a totally an emotional scene. And finally, he says, "Don't forget to subscribe and share my video." So that is bathos. Don't try to use it, it will spoil the anticlimax. Additional tips, practical tips I'm going to give you now. Give humor within first 30 seconds. Don't think that I will tell a story for 2 minutes, then make the people laugh. After waiting for 2 minutes, even if it is a big humor, it will lose the value because you made the people to wait impatiently for 2 minutes. Therefore, within 15 to 30 seconds, made the people laugh. In my district speech, even my title was hilarious. When the contest master was reading, then itself started, the audience started smiling and somewhere laughing. And it was a long title that the contest master had to read it twice. So I took the benefit of that opportunity. And then I started with the humor. So give humor within the first 30 seconds and keep giving in every 30 seconds. Thank you. Don't think I will speak for 1 minute. At the end, there is a humor. No, you should keep on giving humor every 30 seconds and give the roaring laughter in the beginning itself. That will create a mindset. Once that mind is set, then given the small humor will attract big laughter. Again, after 2 minutes, give big laughter. Again, small, small. again like that. So keep giving humor every 30 seconds. Be serious. Don't laugh at your own humor. I recommend not to laugh at all throughout your humor speech. Some people laugh when audience don't laugh. That is a request to the audience. Hey, this is humor. Please laugh. So don't laugh at your own humor. Don't tell. Show. Don't narrate. Exhibit. For example, I entered the interview room. I opened the room. The room was very cold. Two ACs were running. Only three people were sitting. I entered. I relaxed myself. Then the center person asked me, please sit down. I was already sitting. So now you made the people to visualize your story. Don't tell. I entered the interview room and I was nervous. Don't tell. Show. Don't speak during the laughter and applause. This is very important technique. In humorous speech, while writing the script itself, you should accommodate this laughter as well. The time consumed. If there are 10 laughter in your humorous speech, so 10 into 3, 30 seconds will be consumed by laughter itself. So you should reduce 30 seconds from your 7 minutes 30 seconds. And in between pauses, claps. So consider all those things. Therefore, when people are clapping or laughing, never give a dialogue, because the first line is not heard during the claps or laughter. Then the second or third line will not be understood because they didn't know what happened during the first line. So don't speak during the laughter. Bring it back, call back. I already said, mention something in the beginning and again bring it back at the ending. This is a very valuable, not only for humorous speech, even for ISC or any speech, that is a valuable technique. Timing and intended pauses. You should know the timing. Keep talking, and before the final peak, give a pause and then tell the word. The timing matters a lot. You can learn this from Nagesh, the great humorous actor. And finally, don't preach at the end, thinking that you are giving a message. It is not ISC. Surprise the conclusion with humor. Give a message, but that should be humorous. Observe the humor nuances, find big humor in small real life stories, and create. That's all. Now I'll give you one example. Now there is no more presentation. Now, if there is no problem, I request all of you to keep your video on, because I'm going to tell you one small story. I said observe from your real life, and one small story can be developed into a big humorous speech. Small story. I had a toothache. I happened to go to dentist and got treated and came. This is a story. I can tell this as an incident. But as a humorous speaker, if you observe the nuances, you will find a lot of humor. For example, I tell like this. 10 days ago, I got a mild toothache. I ignored it because within half an hour it went off. I thought it's gone. But the next day again it reminded me that the ache is there. Then this time the half an hour went to 1 hour. I was confused what to do, but again I ignored. It went off. The third day again it came out. I was wondering what to do. I didn't go to any doctor because I am an Indian. We take advice from everywhere. I consulted my neighbor. I consulted my mother-in-law. I consulted my friend. And I even consulted YouTube doctors and WhatsApp professors. I consulted everyone except the qualified dentist. My wife was watching for the last 3 days. Fourth day, she folded her hands like this and looked at me. You know, when your wife stands in this position, there is something serious you cannot ignore. She told only 2 words: tomorrow morning, dentist. No verb. It was not an instruction or request. It was the final notice because she has already booked the appointment with the dentist. I thought he will apply some medicine, the toothache will go off, and I decided to go to dentist. But by the time my mouth got swollen, I could not even speak. Then I entered the clinic. I was welcomed by the receptionist with a smile. I noticed her teeth was beautiful. I wanted to smile back, but half of my mouth was not working, so it looked like a mocking. She misunderstood and she stared at me. Then she asked me to sit down. I thought within 5 or 10 minutes I will complete it. There were 7 people sitting, but every patient took about 20 minutes to come out. I was worried. And finally, I was invited to the doctor. As the doctor saw my swollen face, he was very happy. Big patient. I thought I may have to spend 100 or 200 rupees to fix my problem. But he welcomed me and asked me to sit in the chair. That chair did not look like a chair. It was like a bed. It was in a slanting position. I struggled to sit. Then he adjusted something. Then I went back. Then again he adjusted something. Then again I went back. And finally I was almost lying down. I didn't know whether he was going to check my tooth or do some heart surgery. I was almost in a lying position. Then he smiled and said, "How long this problem?" I said, "4 days." Then he asked me to open my mouth. It was painful. I tried to open, but only little bit. Then he told me wider. I opened little more. After that, I could not. It was painful. He said, "Still wider." I wondered whether he is checking my tooth or parking the scooter. Then finally, he put some clamps and tried to open it and saw. Then he took out one hammer and touched one tooth. "Is it the one?" He said. I said, "No." He touched the next one. "Is it one?" I said, "No." He tapped the next one. "Is it?" He said, "Yes, yes." He was very happy because he found out the right tooth. Then he took out some other tools. He kept on doing scratching and all those things. I thought he's going to apply some medicine. But why
Green.
is he doing all these things? Thank you. Then he asked me, "Is it paining now?" See, dentist is the only person he asks us question when our mouth is fully occupied. So many tools, he has kept his tools inside and he asked me to answer. Then he took out all the tools and everything was silent. I was happy that everything is over. Then he looked at me and said, "Now we will start." What? Then he said, "Yeah, we have to do some root canaling," and took out some drill. And the drill started running close to my ears. I thought it was a JCB, so loud. And he took an injection and gave some anesthesia, and I could open my mouth fully. For next 10 minutes, I didn't have anything. I thought my half of my face was missing. And he did some drilling and do same thing. And finally, he closed it. "No problem. Next week, you can come back and take the cap, and you can make the payment." I came out with a relief. The nurse again smiled with the beautiful teeth and asked me to pay. I asked how much. She said 35 rupees. Oh my God, 35,000. I thought he made only hole in my tooth, but he made a hole in my wallet as well. Then finally I returned home. Then onwards I started looking at the brush with respect. Friends, whenever the problem, life tells you the problem in a mild way, whether it is a toothache or relationship problem, fix it immediately before it comes wearing white coat and a drill. Thank you very much. Now you could have noticed that one small story could be developed as a humorous story, right? It is in your perspective, your observation, your exaggeration. Now try to apply the techniques, the rhetorical devices, what I said. Whether you are winning or not, definitely you can amuse the audience for sure. Thank you very much. Now we can ask questions.
DTM Nagarajan, what I liked most is not just the theory, but you applied it and then showed it to us. So thank you so much for the so effective education speech today. I really like completely throughout, enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Any questions?
Amruta
Yes,
Deshmukh.
Amruta, please.
You have
So yes, it's an really amazing question. Thank you for that.
Yellow.
I have a question regarding topic selection because many people make a fun of their spouse, husband or wife. So that kind of jokes are really common when it comes to humorous. But when it comes to contest, how to stand out in contest, how to select topic, and when it comes to humor, it's really difficult, I think. So what's your thought on this?
See, I gave you the techniques and give a demonstration. Be careful not to really reveal your sensitive details, your intimate details. I gave my speech, my humorous winning speech. Initially, I gave as a target speech somewhere in 2018, I think. I My wife was the protagonist in that story, but later on, that evaluator told me, he told me in a indirect way. First time I had the dareness to you tell his wife as a funny character, but in personally he said that he to avoid that because this is a sensitive part. You don't want someone to laugh at your wife, so don't use that type of technique. He said. So be careful not to reveal your sensitive details or your personal struggles like financial problem or illness or your relationship failures. Those things don't reveal. Make the people to laugh. Okay, and humor is there everywhere. Even today something happened to you. If you tell me everything, I can take one event which can be used as a humor. Story is small story because we ignore everything. The humorous speakers observe everything which is ignored by others. Did I answer your question?
Yes, yes. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. Any other question?
we have two hands going up, Anu and Venkatesh.
Venkatesh, please go ahead. If possible, please keep your video on.
Good morning to all of you. I'm in the office.
Okay, please
I
go ahead.
just managed to come to a corner because first I want to appreciate. I want to appreciate the sense of humor you have portrayed throughout the session. We share the same name as well. My name is Nagarajan Venkatesh. I'm based in Dubai.
Thank you.
And what I thought of sharing with you and seek your opinion. Before we attempt any humorous speech, there is a ballot where the scoring is being done by the judges. So I've been attempting humorous speeches from 2014. First 2 years, nothing clicked. Then my mentor told me, go through the ballot sheet. Then I found there is a weightage of around 10% from audience response. So I did something like match fixing. I called my own club members in the area and division contest. I told them when I am going to the stage, go sit with some unknown people and start laughing. They will also laugh. Believe me, I became second place winner that time. And then I eventually became division champion. But then, no, the fact is I matured the content also. So, yes, sir, thank you so much. I thought of sharing this with you. Is that approach okay? Spreading your people in the auditorium and...
First thing, say Toastmasters is known for its core values: integrity, respect, service, and excellence. So as far as integrity is concerned, I do not recommend this. But what you said is a reasonable point. I had seen voting judges ignore the ballot sheet requirement, get carried away with laughters. I had seen people have won because their English was good, Fluency was good, vocabulary was very high, though there was no humor. But other person who had humor, but his language was not so good, he didn't win. As per the ballot sheet, he should have got only less than 10 marks in one audience response only. But other things
Correct.
are not taken care. It is a practical problem we cannot avoid. Therefore, aim to make the people laugh throughout, as I said, every 30 seconds. Apart from that, try to meet the objectives of ballot sheet also. Okay, if you take care of these two things, definitely you will win the prize. Or if you take care of only this laughter part, you may win, but you will not be appreciated. People say that people they will talk behind you. Actually, that person will deserves the first prize by mistake. They are like that. This may happen. So this is my personal suggestion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Any more questions? No, yes, please go ahead.
Good morning. Thank you for the nice inputs, DTM sir.
Thank you.
Sorry, I cannot come in the video, but I have a question. While in the inputs, right, you talked about when a person is giving a humor, he should not laugh. Okay, so catching to that, right? If we say that our body language should sync up with the audience. So in that case, how do we take it up? Because when we are very serious and giving the humor, right? I don't think. I mean, to my knowledge, it would not sync up with the body language and the audience. It would not get connected. So how do we deal with it?
See, once audience are laughing, it is not necessary that you should also laugh. Except your story deserves a laughing gestures. When I called him, do you come? He said, I will come. Now you are acting. You are not laughing. But if you laugh on your own jokes, you are appreciating yourself. That should not happen. Make the audience to laugh. You don't laugh. Correct? And body language, everything. You should be serious. Because in your story, you are the victim. You have suffered. You are struggling. How can you laugh? But people will laugh throughout. The more you are under pressure and the more you are suffering, people will laugh. That is your objective, not to enjoy your own jokes. And I tell you, you cannot laugh on your own jokes because first time you selected the joke because it was humorous, hilarious. But if you practice it 2 3 times, then you will not laugh on your same joke. You are going to practice 20 30 times before your contest. 30 40 times you will not laugh, and on the stage 41st time you will never laugh. Therefore, be conscious not to laugh on your own jokes on the stage. Be serious. Definitely people will laugh, especially looking at your serious face.
Got it, sir. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
That's a red card, so I don't think I get to choose a question.
Okay, anybody can ask me question through WhatsApp later on. My phone number is 979 102 2626. 979 102 2626. I also conduct course, public speaking course, both for standard version and adult version. And you can, I'm not trying to promote my course. I'm just telling you, if you want any questions to be answered, you can contact me offline as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Nagarajan, for this wonderful educational session. I'm sure all of us have our takeaways as discussed, and we are going to utilize it in our future speeches.
Shweta, are you from Andhra Pradesh?
No, I'm currently in Bangalore. I'm from North India. I'm from North India. Yeah. So in the interest of the time, I'll move to the table topics master segment, and I'll call the table topics master. I'll introduce her. The table topics master for today is from Chennai, but she's currently staying in Qatar. She's mother of 2 teenagers. She's very simple, charming, and passionate. Welcome to the stage, the table topic master Varsha Jay Vimal Raj. The stage is yours.
Thank you, TMOD Shweta. So nice of you for such a wonderful introductions. Good morning, everyone, fellow guests and fellow Toastmasters. Today, I'm your table topic master. To follow with our DTM Nagarajan, I also want this table topic sessions to be very funny and laughter. Questions will be shooted so that you don't have to think critically or logical thinking. Please think out of the box so that you get something humorous out of your mind. Let's dive into the session without any delay. And the timing is 1 to 2 minutes for each speaker. The word of the day is venerable. Please make use of it. The theme is better or just more you. Idiom of the day is in the autumn of one's year. So make use of these words. To show the first question, I would like to welcome experienced speaker so that the others will able to understand what is the table topic session is. So I would like to welcome Mr. Venkatesh DTM for the first question. Mr. Venkatesh, are you available?
Yes, please. Once again, I ran out of my workstation. Please tell me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. The first question is, generally when we ask people, they'll say, how are you? I'm fine, even though they are not fine. So what is your count on that?
Topics master, fellow Toastmasters. It is a very strange question. Like I recollect one old movie where actor Visu portrays. So one person asks him a question, did you have food? Further he says, if I had food, are you going to still offer me food? If I say I didn't have food, are you still going to offer me? What if I ate and said I didn't eat, you are going to take me the food? So it's a very venerable situation, which needs to be handled in a very amicable manner. And nowadays, I'm undergoing a training on how to get rid of small talks, the art of articulation. So, in the art of articulation, what I'm learning is how to beat the rhetorics, come out of the typical cliche kind of situations, and how to stand differently. Like what DTM Nagarajan has been saying, in a humorous context, you need to stand out only if you make a completely different content, which is totally engrossing the audience, and you should make the others laugh. Even if others don't laugh, you should say, hey, I said a joke, why don't you laugh? So that is a kind of articulation skill which we need to do. Therefore, to come out of these kind of cliche situations, somebody says, how are you? Are you fine? For example, day before yesterday, I was walking down the streets of near my house. I saw my neighbor couple after a long time. The husband and wife both were holding a carry bag and coming. I asked, how are you? Are you fine? They showed the bag. It said, Avir Pharmacy. They said, showing the bag itself, they said, we are coming from a pharmacy. How do you expect us to be fine? So we are just coming from a doctor's treatment. Therefore, it is a very tricky situation, a very vulnerable situation. And especially, when people are facing the autumn in their life, it is really something that is not going to bring good aura around the atmosphere. Yeah, it's good. You meet somebody after a long time, ask that question. Hey, how are you? That's enough. Don't say, are you fine? That's being judgmental. Over to you, Topics Master. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Nagarajan. It's Mr. Venkatesh, for your wonderful thoughts. My next question is for Amruta Deshmukh. Are you available, ma'am?
Yes.
This will be most perfect for you, I think. Some people are selfie persons. They keep taking selfies. Even the function will over. So what's your thought on that?
On my first marriage anniversary, I told my husband, I want to be this anniversary memorable. And my husband was scared because that means I'm going to plan a trip. And then he told me, okay, we will go on some vacation. Then I come up with a plan, we will go to Agra. And he was like, no, not at all, because our anniversary is on 29 December, completely between Christmas and New Year. He was like, that place will be really, really crowded. I was like, no, you have to trust me. Then we went to Agra. That place is so crowded that we didn't have a place to stand. Then I told him, let's go to Jaipur. Jaipur will be good. And then we went to Jaipur. Weather was pleasant. I told him, look at this. This place will be really going to be great. And then next morning, there was a sunny, hot afternoon, and we went to palace. On that trip, I was taking selfie back to back, almost around 100 selfies, and I am the only one who was smiling throughout because I was planning trip. I was so excited for our anniversary, and I made it memorable because my husband was angry throughout selfies. And he was at the end of the day, can you please put your phone off and just we roam around? So sometimes we don't even realize how it is going to trouble someone or as ourselves, because we are not going to create memories for that. We just kept taking selfies and we are not going to look at that selfie afterwards as well. So what's the point in that? So I nowadays I realize that Nokia phone was really good because they don't have that camera. Sometimes we go back to that era to have a present moment in our life. What's your thought on this, Toastmaster Varsha? Back to you.
Thank you, Amrita. That's really thoughtful, actually. Sometimes we also don't know why we are taking so much of selfies. I know my phone is also filled with selfies. I would like to welcome Mr. Balaji here. Mr. Balaji, Toastmaster Balaji.
Yes, Vasha, I'm here.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah,
The
very good
question
morning.
for you is, people are very, very different characters. They're wonderfully different. Some are so helpful, some are so lazy. But yeah, have you ever met any helpful person who is ready to help all the time, even they like to advise you so much, even if you don't need it? Have you experienced such kind of person in your life?
Yeah, yes. Thank you so much, Vasha, for this excellent topic. Yeah, as I agreed 100%, we have like in our hands, like all 5 fingers are different. Likewise, all human beings are different because they are come with a different background. We can't expect one person character we can't compare with other person. Each and everyone is unique. First of all, we have to accept their nature and we have to accept them as it is. So that is one thing. And I have seen like people with like-minded, with friendly, they came up and helped me and guided me in many ways. Even here I see like Toastmaster Kavita, right? She is very genuinely helping not only to improve herself, and then for the large community, she is working hard every weekend and even Monday to Friday. So I see like Kavita as something like a great mentor for me. And so these kind of people not only know they are beyond their selfish, they are have a genuine eager to improve themselves as well as to the community. So likewise, I have like Kavita and a few others who have genuinely good friends who I am blessed to have them in their life. And then whenever I just speak with them, they will give their guidance, and then it will help me a lot in my both my career as well as professional life. So that this is my point. Thank you. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Balaji. Thank you so much for your wonderful thought. Next, I would like to call Jay Karthik. Jay Karthik.
One last topic due to time constraints. Anu
Okay. This will be the final question. This is for Anu.
Yes,
Anu, are you available?
yes, yeah.
Yeah. It's a very interesting question. Gossip experts. Without gossiping, nobody will be there, I think. So, have you ever met any gossip experts who knows everything before any event is officially announced? Any gossip experts in your life?
Just I would like to ask the audience who would not love the gossips here. I hope everybody loves to hear the gossip, whether it is true or whether it is a statement. But that curiosity will keep us engaging to understand what gossip is and with whom, what, and all. So, we human beings, I always think that the curiosity is somewhere which keeps us engaged. And the conversations might sometimes lead to a positive way or a negative way. When we are working in corporate, we hear, okay, they are gossips, which might be true or which might be a baseless statement. In the home front, yes, gossips are inevitable. We talk about family, friends, and everywhere. But how your decision based on gossip is a matter. Yes, definitely. In my office, I am very curious. If I would not say no, but yes, I would love to hear. There are few gossips like the girls and men. I think it's been a generalized statement like women gossip, but I have also seen that men are also gossipers. Okay, so we get the statements from both the genders, understand, and it's more like a break, like how you see a movie and then there's a break, right? So that's how it keeps us engaging to listen to the curiosity of what the people are. And I think yeah, in our everyday life, we are bound to have this. Maybe the intensity will be more or less, but yes, gossips gives us our life a bit of humor, a bit of bitterness, sweet, and I think that is the gist of the life at the end of the day when we are leading it. Over to you, Toastmaster. What do you think about it?
Thank you, Anu. It's wonderfully stated. With constraint of the time, I would like to finish it here, and I'd also like to thank everyone for participating in the table topic session. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Topics Master, for conducting a wonderful session, and thank you, members, for participating and sharing your perspective. So before we move to the next section, I'll just request all of you to do a very little experiment. Think about one thing you currently want to improve about yourself. Just think about it. Do not say it aloud. And then ask yourself, within yourself, do I want to change this because I genuinely want to grow, or because I believe something is wrong with me? Let's take that one step further. Sometimes we talk about our past selves as they were completely different people. We say, I can't believe I behaved like that. Why did I tolerate that? Why didn't I know better? Why wasn't I more confident? But our past self didn't have today's awareness. She was working with the information, circumstances, and emotional capacity she had at that time. So perhaps we don't always need to look backwards and say, what was wrong with me? Maybe sometimes we can simply say, thank you, you got me here. That version of you may have made mistakes. She may have made some terrible decisions, but also survived things, learned things, carried things, and that version of you brought you here. So maybe growth does not require us to reject the past version. Maybe the growth can include compassion for our earlier version. With this thought, I will call upon the G to begin the evaluation segment.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shweta, for handing over to me on time. Yes, we have our evaluation session now. Let me call Toastmaster Shanmugapriya Kumar. She is a continuous learner, passionate data analyst, beyond analyst. She is an amateur reader who enjoys reading and traveling. She is going to present the evaluation report for Toastmaster Amanda's speech.
Hello, thank you, General Evaluator Nitya Soundarya. And I'm here with my evaluation for the speech who approved this upgrade. And I actually congratulate Amanda Arun Moses for delivering such a humorous speech, wonderful speech. And actually, I really enjoyed this speech because how it actually portrayed the everyday struggle of adulthood, being responsible for each and everything, like how she, the moment she called her dad when the fuse blows, and the next moment she realized uh, she, uh, she is the one a responsible adult. So that actually turned every ordinary adult problem into humor that was totally relatable in everyone's life. And also I want her to work on to maintain focus throughout her speech, because I able to see some repeated distraction in her speech. So this actually affect the delivery of her speech, and also to I want her to work on few things, because I want her to enjoy her own humor. I noticed a few things because her facial expressions and smile would have been improved to deliver this, to reflect that speech, the humor in her speech. That's all about it. And thank you, General Evaluator Nitya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shanmugapriya, for your recommendations and commendations for Toastmaster Amanda's speech. As we enter the autumn of today's meeting, it's time to reflect, learn, and grow through our evaluation reports. Let us call timer for our timer report. Toastmaster Kanya, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Nitya. We are almost 15 minutes delay in our schedule, and about the timing reports, the prepared speech, Amanda. So for Amanda, it is 6 minutes 55 seconds, and for the table topic session, of course, tabletop TT Venkatesh, it is 2 minutes 20 seconds, and TT Amruta, it is 1 minute 50 seconds. TT Balaji, it's 1 minute 28 seconds, and TT Anu, it's 2 minutes 12 seconds. And for the evaluation, so with it is 1 minute 1 minute 12 seconds. And for the education session, of course, it's been vulnerable to to the educational the speaker. He scammed me first 3 seconds. I thought he's giving me instructions. Then later on, I just got into this, and so it was almost 46 minutes and 21 seconds. Yes, over to you, General Evaluator Nitya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kanya, for your reports. Let us call our energetic Toastmaster Muralidharan for his counter report. The stage is yours, sir.
Good morning again, and I'm ready with my counter report. As our counter for today's meeting, I was listening not only to what we said, but also to the little words we used to finding out next big thought. Today we had 6 out of 9 speakers recorded actually, with a total of 14 fillers words, and out of average was 2.3 filler per speaker. Our most commonly used word today was with 6 occurrences in our overall meetings. And let me take your thoughts, some highlights. Toastmaster Amanda, I think our first speaker and best speaker of this meeting was Toastmaster Amanda. Our speaker had zero filler words. A speech showed a good confidence and engaging delivery with intentional pauses. That's great example of letting silence work for you. And next, Toastmaster Shanmugapriya, our evaluator, had 7 fillers, 3 3 and 2 like. At the same time, she demonstrated excellent intentional pauses, clear structure, and natural speaking. And next, Toastmaster Nagar Anagarajan, our education speaker, also had 0 fillers recorded, and his dynamic vocal variety and engaging slides made the session very, very interesting. And next, our Toastmaster Divya, our general evaluator, also 0 filter recorded. And among our table topic speakers, Toastmaster Venkatesh and Toastmaster Amruta both had 0 filters, and Toastmaster Balaji had 2 filters. One is so and one repetition words while maintaining clear delivery and natural speaking. And next, Toastmaster Anu had 5 filters, 3 O's, 1 and 1 so. She still also delivered clearly, but having some filler words. And I would like to leave you with simple thoughts. Filler words are like small stones in our story journey road. One or two won't stop us. But if we keep adding them, the journey becomes less smooth. So let's not aim to speak perfectly. Let's aim to speak better while becoming our more selves. Thank you, everyone. Countless my counter word. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muralidharan, for your fabulous report. It is a very different way you have approached the counter report. I have seen it in a different way. The presentation is so good. And let me call upon our Venerable Toastmaster Shankar for the grammarian report. I have used the word of the day.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Nitya Sandhya. That's exactly what I was thinking. Did people get the meaning of venerable, or were they using instead of vulnerable? I think there was a mix up. Venerable basically means respectable, as simple as that. The superlative of respectable. You are saying respectable so and so, then you got bored and then select me. You want to keep them in a high position and call them, then you call them Venerable DTM Nagarajan, Venerable Kavita, Venerable Larissa, things like that, right? So thank you so much for giving me that order. And with that, I'd like to give my grammarian report. The venerable word of the day was used by DTM Nagarajan, DTM Venkatesh twice, and General Evaluator Nitya Sandhya. Idiom of the day was used by DTM Nagarajan so wisely, that's the beauty. Like when you remember the idiom and grammar word of the day, the first few sentences you just use it. Otherwise, it will be very tough to recall later. He used in the autumns of one's years. You will appreciate if you implement all this learning, then you will appreciate this in the autumn of your years. Is a great take, DTM Nagarajan. Beautiful, usages. Speaking is silver, listening is gold. Listen to understand, speak to connect. Double dhamaka. Please put noise making devices on. If I say, we say this, but during the speech, the speaker herself didn't put that, on mute, and it interrupted her own speech. So, not only that, I think we also were getting Amruta Deshmukh's beautiful profile picture then and there. whenever she was clapping properly. So putting this mute when you are not speaking is very important. They clapped because you spoke well, not because we spoke well, but because you stopped speaking. I'm notorious for time disqualification. I even disqualified that area level contest. Amusing the audience is primary objective. ISE problem, solution, ISE problem and solution. HSE problem is the hero. Walk like a king, but fall for HSE. Story designed to create laughter. Don't add humor, build it. Humor grows best through reality. One word, double duty, the wordplay, the pun. The pun can be the playground of humor. You are the victim in your story, so get the audience love, but don't just join them. There'll be either a self pity or elevating self. That's all I noted. I'm 100% sure there are a lot more. I got lost during the laughter, and I did not note down even a single wrong usage. I usually get a lot of can enable, not even a single time in this entire meeting. So thank you so much for a great, rich vocabulary, great meeting. Thank you so much. Over to you, General Veteran Nitya Soundarya.
Thank you, Grammarian Toastmaster Shankar, for the wonderful report. It's a very big competition between tag team because the energy from timer, accounter, and grammarian is increasing gradually. Let's have a blast of energy from our trivia master. Trivia master, Toastmaster Kavita, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Nitya. Dear friends, I have prepared some questions from today's meeting. Let's start let's start the first question. This is from Amruta table topic speech. She mentioned a famous brand phone. She would like to have that brand. So, anyone
Nokia.
like to share?
Nokia.
Correct, sir. Nokia brand. Thanks so much. Even I too like that brand. Then next questions from Nagarajan sir education session. Don't narrate dash. Don't narrate
Build.
No.
Don't narrate, build the humor.
Exhibit.
Oh, sorry. Exhibit. Oh, okay.
Exhibit. Okay. Then again, from Nagarajan sir education session. Ordinary life is full of dash. Ordinary life is full of
extraordinary situations.
Oh.
material. Ordinary life is full of extraordinary material. Okay. He mentioned 6 humor devices. Do you remember?
My
6
God.
humor devices.
Yeah, actually, hyperbolic,
irony.
incognity,
Hyperbole, incongruity, irony,
PUN,
pun, self-deprecation, and anticlimax.
anticlimax.
Varsha noted all the things. Thank you so much, Varsha. Then,
Hey.
if you walk like a dash, nobody appreciated. Yes,
One
sir.
minute.
Yes.
King.
Hyperbole is spelled as hyperbole, but it is pronounced as hyperbole. Hyperbole. It is pronounced.
Thank you, sir. If you walk like a dash, nobody appreciated.
King.
This is from Nagarajan sir education session.
King.
Thank you. King. Okay, this is last question. What is Samanda's cousin name? What is Samanda's cousin name?
Max.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you so much. And now I will hand over the stage to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Nitya. Thank you.
Thank you, Trivia Master Toastmaster Kavita, for the engaging questions. I hope everyone were participating eagerly. Let me come to the General Evaluator report. As a General Evaluator, I really enjoyed today's meeting because each and every session, everyone rocked their own role, and everyone, I could see some on screen. Toastmaster Varsha and Toastmaster Kavita ma'am were sitting all the time on the screen. So I'm giving a big round of applause to both of them, and also to the educational speaker, DTM Nagarajan sir. He was also sitting all the time. Toastmaster Eli Lesson sir was driving and laughing. I could see him also on screen when the education speaker called upon all on screen. He just opened and he was driving and laughing. Kudos to you too, sir. The meeting was started on time. Seems even though there are a lot of dropouts and different role taken by different people, the meeting started on time with perfect role players. They all done their work very well, and in the education session, it was like a humorous speech contest. For the first 5 minutes, I was just laughing throughout the for the first 5 minutes, I was just laughing. I was thought of noting down all the education things, but I just got into his speech. That was wonderful, sir. But the question he just mentioned, you should not laugh. The audience should laugh. I just the same question I was going through in LinkedIn also, but the speaker said you can also enjoy your own joke when others are enjoying it, but you told that it is. But I could see you were very serious, but we were all laughing at the joke. That was so nice. You made us laugh and sitting strict like a strict officer. You're sitting. It was so nice, and the points you have given was wonderful. Easy to remember when writing our own humorous speech script. It is so nice. So thank you for the session. Coming to the speech given by Toastmaster Amanda. I think she's such a wonderful speaker. She could give a conversation between two, and the speech was so nice.
சரிங்கண்ணா சரிங்கண்ணா
Conversation was beautiful, and I recommend her to put her device on DND so that without any interruption she can give her speech, and all that was also recommended by the evaluator. I recommend the evaluator Shanmugapriya for the speech evaluator to take care of the time. The time limit is 2 minutes. You can cover the whole time with a flow like recommendation, and commendation. You can conclude with your thing, means it. You can complete take the whole 2 minutes. It is that's my suggestion for you. And for coming back to the table topics, table topic master gave wonderful topics where the speakers can give their speech with a humorous speech on the spot, that everyone nailed their speech with humor, especially DTM Venkatesh, the first speaker. It was so nice, but the words are all some jargon words. I couldn't get to the speech at that time, but it was wonderful. And the speech by Toastmaster Amruta about the selfie, that was wonderful, and the gossip about speech about the Toastmaster Anu was also nice. Everyone rocked with the wonderful topics given by Toastmaster Varsha. I am seeing Toastmaster Varsha as table topic master for the first time. Usually, she just opens the door as Sergeant at Arms or PO. Today, she gave her best as table topic master. Kudos to her. And coming to the evaluation session, everyone, as I have said, everyone rocked. The energy from timer to trivia master was gradually increased, and at last trivia master has given a blast with her questions, and TMOD has given a lot of information about the betterment and how we can make us improve every day. That's wonderful thing. We are late by 15 minutes as timer said. So without any ado, I have given all my reports. Given back to table topic, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shweta.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator Nitya Soundarya, for this lovely evaluation from you and your team. As we come towards the end of today's meeting, I want to bring us back to where we started. What if you don't need to become a better version of yourself? Maybe the better question is, what part of myself am I finally ready to accept? Maybe it is your pace, your personality, your sensitivity, your past, your imperfections, or simply the fact that you don't have everything figured out. And here's the beautiful thing about Toastmasters. We come here to improve, but we don't have to come here believing that we are inadequate. We can improve from a place of curiosity. We can receive feedback without turning it into a judgment of our worth. We can stumble without deciding we are failures. We can grow without constantly rejecting who we are today. So perhaps that's something we can take away from today's meeting. Growth does not have to mean becoming someone else. It can mean removing the layers of expectation, comparison, and fear until more of you gets to show up. I'll leave you with this. You do not have to become better to deserve the life you are building. You can still grow, dream bigger, still change, but you don't make your present self pay the price for your future self. Embrace it, accept it, and love it. Thank you, everyone. And let's continue becoming not necessarily better, but little more of ourselves. Thank you so much. And the stage goes to our presiding officer. Thank you.
Shivasankar sir, mute. You are on mute.
This is the problem when you accept presiding officer in the last moment. You forget yourself that you are the presiding officer and then wait for somebody else to take over. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Shweta Priyadarshini. When I read the title, the theme of the day today, not better, but a bit more, I was completely not aware of what we are going to get today. But what a great theme that we narrated throughout. I think the whole thing stems from the fact that you don't compare to become better to others. You compare with yourself and then do a little more to better yourself. So if you don't compare to others, what we are basically trying to do is not compare where their situation is, right? Like we don't understand what their situation is and how they became what they are today, right? But I think that's the most venerable thing to do to yourself. You compare yourself like a marathon, and you don't go on a sprint and compare with others' timing. You improve on yourself. Marathon is all about that, right? So I love marathon because of that fact that you don't really, look at others. You look at yourself, your past history, and then just do a little better than what you did before. Thank you so much for such a great theme and presenting it with a lot of pauses so that we can easily follow you. I like that always. When people actually go on an express and we say, okay, fine, what next? Now you just take a pause, make people think, observe what you're speaking. So thank you so much for that. And I think it's a great day today. I started with Odyssey's Homer, and then I'm ending with, you better yourself and you don't compare with others. You do a little more every day and be happy about it. Thank you so much for that, Shweta Priyadarshini. And it's time for feedback. We are already 10 minutes past 12. But I'm not going to hold any of you here. If you have some feedback, please stay back and then let us know. I'd like to know if there is any non-Toastmaster who is new to this meeting. Kavita can help me identify.
All are Toastmasters, sir.
All are Toastmasters. So I think I'm opening the gate for feedbacks. You can just unmute and then give me your feedbacks, please, for this meeting.
We have Venkat as well as Sanu.
Yeah, please.
Relations are
You know what this means? This means the meeting went well. So I'm going to close this meeting and thank you so much.
I shared
Let's
the
see
results.
Yeah,
Good
please.
afternoon, and just 30 seconds. I won't stand between you and the dinner lunch.
No,
That
please,
is
Venkat.
waiting. So it was a great opportunity connecting with all of you. I need your apology. I couldn't switch on the camera. But having said that, yes, I would like to come for the future meetings. I will get in touch with, I know whom to contact now. So I will get in touch with you. Thanks all of you, and kudos for a wonderful meeting. Special appreciation for the education session from DTM Nagarajan. Thank you so much. Well done, all of you. Have a great day. All the best. Bye.
Any final words? I'm going to just stay for maybe 2 minutes. If anybody throws a hyperbole to me.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I did not switch on my video because I have a big fight between my hands and mouth. So after feeding a heavy meal to my mind and ears, I'm feeding to my stomach now. So my wife scolded me, "You are missing the meals and sitting in a Toastmaster meeting," because I forgot my meals because of this meeting. So especially, I would like to appreciate Nagarajan sir, the insightful detail about the humorous speech. And in each and every Toastmaster meeting, there is a learning, definitely. And today I enjoyed it without any role pressure, just sitting and listening to the people. That was a different feeling for me. Really, I enjoyed today's meeting. There are a lot of takeaway. Simply, you listen to the Toastmaster meeting, definitely you will be improved by 1% next day. That I felt today. Thank you very much for the wonderful meeting. Thank you all.
I think you can just all unmute and then, yeah.
Siva sir, I shared the results. You can announce.
Hey, okay, I'm going to announce the result. The best, hold on a second. Stars of Speaker, Toastmaster Amanda. Evaluator, Toastmaster Shanmugapriya. Okay. Best Act Role Player, Counter, Muralidharan S. Best Main Role Player is TMOD, Toastmaster Shweta Priyadarshini. What a wonderful theme today. Best Table Topic Speaker, Toastmaster Amruta Deshmukh. Yay! The meeting quality stands at 4.8.